I'm a principal here at Datos Insights, and I'm joined by my colleague Mitch Ween, who's also a principal here. And why don't we jump into it? So everyone knows we have four major sections to this. We're going to start off with some basic concepts, definitions, and explanation. We know that many of you on the call won't need that, perhaps some do. And I always have found in these discussions, it's best to first calibrate before we jump in to use cases and other things we are hearing about in more detail. As we proceed through our session, we will conclude with a section on governance and other weighty matters. But we have just about an hour now. We'll try to cover a lot of ground and be very expeditious. However, as Michaela indicated, at any point, feel free to send in a question. We will either try to answer them in line or try to reserve a few minutes at the end to cover questions. So Michaela, why don't you advance us into AI basics? And we can go to the next slide. So I'm not going to read, as my style is, I'm not going to read you all the text, but I do like this visual, and I think it's important to talk through and to understand it. So when we think about AI, one of the most common things I say is AI is not a monolith. Earlier in the year, sometimes in engagement with people, I almost felt it was like that T-shirt, got milk. And sometimes I felt that there were discussions like got AI. And that's just, as I said earlier, too monolithic and overly simplistic. I think it's very, very important to have a mental model to work with, to think about these concepts. On this slide, we presented one potential mental model. I would actually start down in the center, the large language models, which sometimes are also referred to or come out of foundational models, because indeed they are the foundation and the base of many things going on in the world of AI today. Very common LLMs include OpenAI's ChatGPT versions, Bard, Claude, and there are a plethora of others. There's a very wide array of LLMs and or foundational models out in the world. Large language models are trained by learning on huge and vast amounts of data and developing patterns. From those patterns and from those learnings give us the capabilities of generative AI, where we can create new things. We can create text, we can create video, we can create music, we can create computer code. We can create versions of my voice. And if we have anybody who's from a security background on the call, you will quickly understand the risk and the implications that come from that simple creation. So that is another level of AI. Deep learning and neural networks are capabilities that are used in the world of AI, and they are indeed literally trained from neuroscientists, or the themes and the statistical models are based upon how the human brain learns and behaves. Part of the reason we have so much fervor and so much interest in the last year is these models have learned, and the LLMs which use these techniques have advanced so greatly that feel like we are breaking through to another level, and we are. I will share with you some of the advances are so great. Now neuroscientists are starting to look at these computer science models to say, maybe we can go the other way. Maybe we can understand more about how humans learn based on the way the models are training. In machine learning, as often I refer to, it's like data learning, where we're learning with vast amounts of data using advanced statistics. And so that the models and the outputs and the tools and the capabilities are updated based upon the latest data, latest insights. And artificial intelligence, of course, is the entire arena that comprises artificial intelligence. Real quick on GPT, which has received so much conversation. GPT is based on the transformer technologies that were really identified in 2017. And then from 2017 to 2022, significant progress was made. And then late in 2022, very rapid progress was made. Those are transformer models. And again, they're generative. So if we go back up to the generative AI section, it provides the capabilities to do all those generative capabilities.
Datos Insights.